On February 17th, the President signed what is known as the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. And as you all know, it was $800 billion. Of that massive amount of money, the SBA received $730 million, not for loans, not one penny for loans. What we received was funds to temporarily eliminate many of our loan fees. Also, in the reduction of fees, the 504 program had a processing fee of 1.5%. The 504 program is a real estate program. It's a 10% down program. And y'all say, oh God, 10% down. Everybody was doing 10% down. Sure they were, but they're not anymore. Yeah, I mean, and the SBA's had this 10% down program forever, and the banks love it because it's a 50-40-10 program. The bank comes to the table with 50% of the loan. The SBA comes with 40% in the term of a debenture for 20 years at a fixed interest rate. Borrower puts 10% in. It's a bona fide 10% down program with minimal risk to the lender. And I'm going to tell you what's really going to excite the lenders about the first mortgage portion in a minute. But there was a 1.5% processing fee on the debenture portion. It will be paid by the SBA. So you do a 504 loan, which is a real estate acquisition loan, for $5 million. Remember, it's 50-40-10. So the borrower comes to the table with 500 grand, which can be borrowed. The equity of the 504 can be borrowed. The bank does a $2.5 million loan, and the SBA does $2 million. So it's a $5 million deal. So far, the bank is in it for $2.5 million. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to guarantee that first mortgage so the bank can sell it in the secondary market, get their $5 million back, make 3, 4, 5%. So now the bank has done a $5 million loan and doesn't have penny one out on the street.
Temporarily, because most of these 504 loans are used for construction purposes. Most of the time, somebody's buying either an office or is buying a warehouse that needs to have some kind of construction. The bank takes the second mortgage the bank makes and completes the construction. And once the construction is completed and a CEO is given, the loan converts into the SBA, a debenture is sold, and the bank is reimbursed for that 40%. The bank portion, the SBA requires it to be at least a 10-year loan. We can either amortize it over 20 or 25 years at our option, and with renewable terms, but it has to be a minimum of 10 years. Then the 40% portion, which is the SBA, that is a straight amortization, 20 years fixed, and the interest rate is set when that debenture sells. That debenture is sold once a month for all the loans made in the United States. You know, once a month they pull them together, sells them, and that's the interest rate that 40% is going to have for the 20-year span of the loan. The way we do it is that we fix them for 5 years, and then we adjust them for another 5, and the index that we use is the 5-year Treasury, and we use a margin of between 3 and 3.5%, depending on the customer, to readjust the rate at the end of the 5th year.